My name is Rosemary Reilly-Chammat, and I live at Stagecoach Road in Cumberland. And you know that I'm a parent of a student in Cumberland Schools, and I'll also tell you tonight that I have a health education certification and I have a doctorate in education leadership. And I'm here tonight because I wanted to support your efforts for full-day K, and I realize that it's controversial because it involves redistricting, but I have attended the last couple of meetings and heard people question the benefit of full-day kindergarten, and so I did a little bit of research on my own, and I wanted to share that with you. The first is an article that was published in 2006 in the American Journal of Education, and the authors evaluated data from the Early Childhood Longitudinal Study, which included a nationally represented sample of over 8,000 kindergartners and 500 U.S. public schools, and this was the class of 1988 and 1999. And major findings from that study included that children who attend full-day kindergarten learn more in literacy and mathematics, that they spend 30% more time in reading and 46% more time in mathematics, and that full-day kindergarten is equally effective for children of different social backgrounds. And that last finding in particular is a little bit different from some of the other studies that say that there's more benefit for low-income and at-risk students, but that difference may have to do with the initial focus of full-day kindergarten being more targeted toward students who are from low-income families or who are, quote-unquote, at risk. Next is the Clearinghouse on Early Education and Parenting, and there's a whole bunch of information on that website, so I just picked two things. But despite the generally mixed results concerning the effects of all-day kindergarten on academic achievement in the 1970s and 1980s, there were consistent findings on the positive effects of academic achievement for students who are identified at risk. Research that was reported in the 1990s, however, shows a more consistent positive academic focus for all children who are involved in full-day K. And that might be connected to the fact that the focus of kindergarten programs actually changed in the 1990s to be more focused on academics and more targeted towards how do we make sure that children are ready for first grade. Then in 2008, the U.S. Department of Education contracted with this organization called West Ed Regional Educational Laboratory West on a literature review of full-day kindergarten and student achievement. And that review encompassed a decade from 1998 to 2008 and looked at the effect of full-day kindergarten as compared to half-day programs on student achievement in reading and mathematics. And the purpose of it was to explain and look at how those different pieces of research, and in particular their study design, influenced the findings. So they looked at 299 studies, and of those 299, only 21 passed an initial screening designed to identify research reports that examined academic outcomes of full-day kindergarten programs as compared to half-day. And then a systemic review of those 21 reports identified 11 that described research designs of sufficient rigor to be included in the summary of research findings. So that means that there might be other factors that influence differences beyond a full or half-day experience, because none of those particular research designs use what they call the random sample. So for instance, if the difference were based on a child's socioeconomic status, there might be particular characteristics about children involved in those programs that could account for differences. Or if it were a matter of choice, choosing full-day kindergarten versus half-day kindergarten because your district offered that choice, there might be characteristics of families and children who are more likely to choose full-day than half-day. So you can't, it's harder to say that the kindergarten program was the thing that mattered the most. These studies are consistent in suggesting a relationship between attendance in full-day kindergarten and higher levels of early reading skills as measured at the end of kindergarten. The research study could not draw the same kinds of conclusions about mathematics. And that particular review, I think, really underscores the importance of examining methods and kind of looking beyond just the study finding, but really kind of peeling back the layer of the onion some more, so that you're really looking at, well, if this study came up with this finding, exactly how was that research done? Then the National Research Council and the Institute of Medicine published this book, From Neurons to Neighborhoods, The Science of Early Childhood Development. And I work in the public health field, and this particular book was really a sentinel piece that drove a holistic approach towards early childhood education and really emphasis on systems development, because there wasn't the same kind of rigor and standards around early childhood. There was a variety of experiences that children could have, and this report really helped to kind of bring the conversation together about what really needs to happen to help young kids succeed and be ready for school. So the book, among many things, examines how biological and environmental influences work together in dynamic ways over the course of a child's development. Both can be sources of human growth and potential, or risk and dysfunction. And then additionally, research on brain development reveals an ongoing potential for the development of neural pathways to support learning from infancy through young adulthood. And full-day kindergarten is a prime place to take advantage of that. And finally, I also included the latest full-day kindergarten data indicator from Rhode Island Kids Count Fact Book. And Kids Count is a premier childhood advocacy organization. They use research and data to promote policies and programs to benefit children and families in Rhode Island. And there's a lot of facts in this brief, but presently 17 school districts in Rhode Island offer publicly funded, 17 school districts and all of the publicly funded charter schools in Rhode Island offer universal full-day K. And Cumberland is one of 12 communities that have no publicly funded full-day K programs. So clearly, I think that there's a really great opportunity here. And as a parent who is coming towards the end of the time where I have children in public schools, and I've been involved in my children's education, and I've been involved in school-based and district-based efforts to improve education and work with people here. And I can tell you that anything that I've considered of substance that I've been involved in, my children have not directly benefited from. And that's not I'm not, oh my gosh, I lost my word. Oh goodness. So I'm not intending, that's not a criticism, thank you very much. It's not a criticism of the district. It's really sometimes the way things go. So when I hear people saying, oh, hold back, or maybe we should wait, or just pilot, things take a long time, and I'm speaking more, to the parents as well as to you. And, I applaud people who have, really gotten up and gotten involved, and parents reaching out to other parents. And I think that that's really the recipe that helps people feel comfortable, and I would encourage people to do that. But, if we can make it work, I encourage you all, go for it and don't hold back. Thank you.
Thank you.